What's going on, y'all? Fresh Essence here, and I'm back with the early National Signing Day edition of my Auburn recruiting series. We're just gonna go through the guys that we have scouted and see what their depth traits are. I didn't scout everybody on my board because earlier in the season, week 0, when you set your board and scout everybody and everything, when we advanced to week 1, half the people in my league's boards got reset, including mine. So I had to re-add everybody to my board. So I didn't have the hours to scout everybody and put hours into them. So because of that, I only scouted half of my board. I didn't get to scout anybody until halfway through the season. Once I started bringing recruits in and I had extra hours to scout. So we're gonna just go through the guys that are scouted, see what their depth traits are, and see where our class ended up as far as early signing day. And then my next episode will be the transfer portal, and then national signing day, the actual national signing day. So let's get straight into it. So who was the first that I scouted? Okay, Mr. Yancey, the #1 receiver on our board, #2 at his position, and the #5 player nationally, elite dev. Yes, sir. I knew he was going to be elite dev. Usually, if they're top 10, a gem and they're a 5-star, most of the time they're going to be elite dev or at the very least star, but they're usually not going to be any lower than that. So I'm glad we got him at elite dev. As I said before in previous videos, 97 speed, not the best acceleration, but I'm sure with his development trait, he's not going to have many skill caps, so he's probably going to be able to get that up. Great catching for a freshman at coming in. Not the best medium route, but decent deep route. He's not going to be a starter immediately. I don't need him to start immediately, but he's going to grow and he's going to become a very good player. Let's see next. Who else did I get a chance to scout? I think he's probably one of the only 5-stars I got a chance to scout. Let's see. Okay, this guy. Okay, 4-star center. He's a gem, but only impact, which is okay. Usually, them being a gem means that they won't have many skill caps, but he's not going to develop that fast. But he still will develop, and he still will probably become pretty good because he is a gem. So that's fine. Great strength for a center, especially an agile center. Very good lead block, good impact blocking. Already in the 80s as far as run block and pass block finesse, decent awareness. So he's going to become a very good player. I'm glad to have him. Mr. Wheat. Ooh, normal dev. That's okay. Hopefully he can become a good player. Pretty good strength and pretty decent other stats. Good impact blocking. Not the best awareness, but dang. I was hoping he was a normal trait, but that's okay. Let's see who else I got to scout. Mr. Aragon. This is the other center that I got. Impact dev as well. Not as great stats as the other center, so I may move him to a different position. But we will see. Pretty good impact blocking though. And he has quick drop already, so that's pretty decent. Let's see what else I got to scout. Mr. Contreras, I figured. Normal dev, decent speed, decent jumping, good spectacular catch and catching traffic, but unfortunately normal dev. Yeah, he may not make it too far on his team, but we'll see. This is already more normal devs than I had in my last class. I only had one normal dev in my entire last class, and it's looking like I'm gonna have at the very least 2, which is unfortunate. This next guy, Kilpatrick, was a gem, 96 speed, 96 acceleration, great stats. He already had gold shifty, so that is screaming elite dev, and I'm hoping we're not disappointed. So let's see. Normal. Wow, I am shocked, but we can still use him. So because of his gold shifty, because of his speed, he's just gonna be my kickoff returner. Just that's simple as that. Kickoff returner. Hopefully he can get up to platinum shifty maybe in his career, but it looks like he's just gonna be my kickoff and punt returner only. I had really high hopes for him. I thought I really got a steal. Maybe that normal dev won't keep him from progressing really slow. Maybe he'll actually progress pretty fast. We'll see because it can be random. But that is unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. Okay. Next, let's see what this guy is. He was my replacement for the 5-star right end that I lost to NC State. So let's see what his development is. Impact. That's decent. Goal quick jump. So hopefully he's pretty decent. Uh, next. I didn't realize that I would get the development trait for everybody, even though I didn't scout them. Let me start from the top and just go through the depth traits. Okay, so the #1 player in the nation, Impact Dev, which is unfortunate from the #1 player in the nation. But he'll probably still progress very fast because I had a 5-star middle linebacker that I got my first year, and he started off as a 77 overall, and he's now an 86, and he had Impact Dev. I think He was the #1 middle linebacker, so I think he was top 10 in the nation. So that gives me high hopes for Mr. Bubenmeyer for him to progress fast as well, even though he has impact development. Let's see. #1 right tackle in the nation, normal dev. Yeah, this is already looking like a worse class than my last year's class already. Dang, normal dev. Okay, we'll see. Maybe because he is a 5-star #3 player in the nation, maybe he'll progress pretty fast. But man, that is definitely unfortunate. It's looking like I'm gonna have to make him a guard or something to capitalize on his potential or something. Because dang, that's unfortunate. We already went over Mr. Yancey. Okay, #1 middle linebacker in the nation. Hopefully he's star elite there, man. Come on, I don't want to see any more normal impacts, man. Come on, please. Okay, impact. #1 middle linebacker, which is fine. Like I said, I got a middle linebacker. He was impact, but he's become one of the best players on my team already in 2 years. So that gives me hope. Okay, Mr. Hyman. Oh, yes, sir. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. An elite dev. Finally, my second 5-star elite dev. I remember he had 97 speed. I don't remember the rest. I don't remember his abilities or anything like that. Hopefully, I can figure him out the actual national signing day, and I'll definitely figure him out once we get into the off season. But I'm so glad he's a lead dev. He's gonna be an absolute star. He's gonna be in the rotation next year, definitely. But I may still redshirt him. But he's absolutely gonna start his sophomore year. Okay, Mr. Funches, run stopping middle linebacker. I love these guys. Hopefully he is elite dev. Come on, give me elite dev. Come on. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I've been telling y'all, run stopping middle linebackers. Fast run stopping middle linebackers. Cheat codes, man. Cheat codes. Stock your team up with them. I promise you, you're gonna thank me. Put them wherever you need them. Defensive end, any linebacker spot. I mostly put them at safety or free safety, because they are stars when you put them there. They get great abilities like wrap up, hammer, blow up. They can even get house call. They are absolute studs if you put them at safety, man. I'm probably either gonna put him or Deal at safety, but I may leave Deal at linebacker and put him at safety to play behind Mr. Stokes and Sammy Brown. Okay, my first 5-star corner. Let's see what his depth trait is. Yes, sir. There we go. There we go. Give me some more elite devs. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Elite dev. So he's definitely a great pickup. So I'm happy to see that. All right, Mr. Apple, my only defensive end that I got. Let's see what your dev trait is. Star. Okay. I was hoping he was going to be pretty decent. So that's good to see. I can't wait to see what their attributes are. Next, Mr. Zimmer. Oh, these normal devs, bro. Oh, this is really disappointing me, man. I'm so glad my class last year was very great, because this one is not as good as last year. And it's probably because of the fact that I didn't get to rescout anybody. So I just had to kind of remember who was on my board and just put who I thought was going to be good. We're going to get this fixed next season. Hopefully, next season, after I scout everybody, it doesn't reset our boards when we advance, because this is really disappointing me. But hopefully, it'll work out. All right, another run stopping middle linebacker. Let's see what you got for me, man. Okay, impact dev. That's decent. That's all right. I think I remember him being pretty decently fast and had some decent attributes, so he should be okay. We'll see. Okay, Mr. Mahoney, power right guard, star development. Hey, glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. I've been doing pretty good with right guards. All my right guards are probably going to be my best offensive lineman, as you see. 86 overall junior, 82 overall redshirt freshman. That guy Wade, I think he was impact dev, but he has gold strong grip already. So I've been pretty decent with guard recruiting. Not really left guard, but we'll see what Webb is, because he's a true freshman, and Tam is a redshirt freshman, so they could really bump up next season. Yeah, and this is probably the most disappointing dev trait of the class is this guy here, because man, I had such high hopes. I really thought I got a steal because no one recruited him, and that's probably why. Next, Mr. Hayer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Elite dev power back. I think he had 93 speed, so he's gonna come in. He may be in the rotation as well, but it'll probably be just Sims, and I'll redshirt him because Sims is pretty good. He's a 5-star. Only had impact dev, but he was a 5-star. He's been killing it this year. He has 11 to 12 touchdowns, so he's been killing it. All right, Mr. Shabazz, what you got for me, man? Let's see a good depth trait. Oh my, all these normal devs, bro. What is this? Yeah, I really hope that advanced thing doesn't happen again, man, because this is really disappointing. The quarterback, the only quarterback on the board. Let's see what you got for me, man. Come on. Okay. Nice. Star dev, 4-star gym. He's gonna be really nice in the future whenever he starts in 2 or 3 years. We'll see. Kicker, he's probably not gonna have above impact, but we'll see. A star dev kicker. Well, I'll be darned. With Mecha Leg and Clutch Kicker. This is my first ever offline and online star development kicker. So we may see that kick power and that kick accuracy go up. He's gonna sit for 2 years because the kicker in front of him will be a redshirt junior next year. So he'll sit for 2 years and he'll start his redshirt sophomore year. So hopefully by that time he'll get that at least his kick accuracy up. I'm not too worried about his power. But and last but not least, 3-star gem wide receiver. Come on, man, give me a good development trait. Okay, impact, which is decent. It's not looking good at all, but let's count them up. So out of the 22 guys we got, how many elite or star devs do we have? We'll do elites first. So we have 1 elite, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 elite devs, and then how many star? 1, 3, 4. So out of the 22 guys, we got 5 elite and 4 stars. So it's 9 out of 22. So I did not do nearly as good as last year. Last year I got 16 out of 24. I really hope that does not happen again, bro, because that's kind of disappointing. But I still have guys with impact should still be pretty decent, especially the #1 overall player. I'm expecting him to still be a pretty good player, hopefully. But 9 out of 22 is not what we're looking for, man. We're looking for at least 15 out of 22, man. Like, come on, bro. But hey, it is what it is. We'll check on top classes. Still the #1 class. Hopefully, I keep that by the time we get through the transfer portal and get to the actual national signing day. Florida overtook Penn State. Penn State was #2, but now it's Florida. Barely. They barely beat them by 0.15. Some more of the guys in my dynasty have jumped up into the top 10, so that's great. All the 5 stars I committed, so I've clinched the most 5 stars in the class, so that's good. Even though half of them aren't even star dev. I said before in earlier videos that this class wasn't as good. Um, like the prospects as a whole, like throughout the entire nation, weren't as good this year as last year. But hopefully, I do better next year with recruiting because 9 out of 22. That's not what I was hoping for. But as far as rating and stars, it's a great class, but still not as good as my class last year. That class is probably going to carry me through these next few years until I get another class that's as good as that one because this one was not it, but still pretty decent. Okay, so that's it for this episode. I'm on a bye week because it's now playoff time. Just show y'all the bracket. I clinched the #1 seed, winning 12 straight games after losing my first game of the year to USC. So I'm hoping to get that rematch with USC, but he has a battle with Miami. So we'll see if he get past him. If so, I'm looking forward to that rematch, and hopefully I get the dub this time, so I can move on and get back to the semifinals like I made it last year. And hopefully I can make it to the national championship and win my first national championship in my 3rd year in this dynasty. So yeah, that's the playoff bracket. That's it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like, give me a comment. I'll be playing my games whenever we advance on my Twitch. My Twitch will be linked in the description below, and it's also linked on my channel. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Holla at you next time.